And we're back to the original. Where I ask it to, let's work on building a stateful multi-actor application used to create agent and multi-agent workflows. So it is attempting to use the Python interpreter tool. I don't. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So that's expected. Not implemented and such. That's potentially kind of neat. Generate the functions and methods in the Claude workspace, bring it over to Cohere dashboard, and run it through the Python interpreter. That's nice. Let's look more into that. There's one really nice thing about this. Where did it go? This one is self-hostable. Right, well, it's been a few months since I've looked at this container running the Jupyter Notebook instance, so I'll have to take a look into that. But initially, I am personally stupid excited. So, like, this particular aspect of things, it, mm, there's an article on this. Yeah, parallelizing ETL workflows with the Euler gem. Um, one thing we need to consider before creating our parallel task is how to share the data between tasks that are run as separate processes. Shared memory could be used, but has some pitfalls, which is why Redis is used in this particular case. I went down this road. Here it is. LangGraph. LangGraph is a library for building stateful multi-actor applications with LLMs. By the time I got done with the first half of the sentence, my first thought was to explore this with the new Anthropic feature. Workflow agents, process inputs. So it's updated the workflow application to incorporate cartridges, which is part of the nanobots ecosystem there. And that instantiates the workflow agent class. Each agent, in this case a researcher, a writer, and a finalizer, which I can only assume to mean like a murder for hire type agent persona. We'll use separate cartridge files for each configuration. I forget where it is in the documentation, but you can say, for example, cat out a text file, pipe it through an agent, either with an eval or using the REPL, and then pipe that output into another cartridge in a chain-like fashion. So this approach allows for easy modification of agent behaviors, provider settings, interface configurations without changing core code. The add agent method in the workflow class now takes a cartridge parameter. To use the updated, create cartridge files, ensure each cartridge contains the correct information. Okay, the structure, okay. Well, honestly, even if this doesn't, well, I'm not familiar with the Jungiro library, but even if this fails, it should do so gracefully. Okay. Back to 6. Hmm. Don't mind the naming convention. It's sort of my version of foo and bar. Not for nothing, but a personal sort of a side note. Um, Attempting to learn concepts through the um, generic template example of foo and bar, um, just a number of times where I had to give up and reprocess the concept just in an entirely different way because I couldn't remember, what was foo the opposite of bar? Was it complementary foo bar? It's gibberish. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Um, Hopefully that's not as popular as it used to be. We have better ideas now. WRI, I guess so. And I do say that with a bit of an attitude, just a lot of folks seem secure in using that. That particular example. And yeah, just to point out, it's not a deficiency on the learner that can't understand what foo and bar stand for. I remember my high school history teacher, he would go on about something to do with the Vietnam slang. Um, Fubar, something was fubarred, fucked up beyond recognition or something like that. All right. And what I'm doing now, I'm just making sure everything lines up. I just want to see if this is a viable uh, way of going about things. So far, so good. Um, all right, so by loading the cartridges, it gets all of its like model information from there. And that's nice. You can assign another writer to use the same cartridge. Since I'm being lazy, I'm just gonna put all of the cartridge files in the same folder. Base provider ID. Hmm. 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 All right. Huh. Undefined method for new class. Hmm. Hmm. Add agent. Workflow agent. Roll cartridge file. Hmm. I see. This requires loading of the environment file. Not all the tasks in the task graph are implemented as worker task classes. Hmm. Alright, I don't see it, so uh, oh, it was an oversight on the language model's fault. Typical. Hmm. One last valiant attempt, or I have to move on with other tasks in the day. But so far, this has been a delightful workflow. Ah, progress made. Okay. Starting workflow. Starting research task. Line 34, undefined method for what input. So if we're not having access to the documentation, Claude 3 did remarkably well at ascertaining the nanobots methods and whatnot. Alright, method content, do content puts fragment unless nil. Nay. Oop. Or not. Yep. Starting researcher task. Progress. Holy shit. No result. Honestly, I'm not even sure what the tasks were, so let's deep.
The rise of intelligent machines powered by AI is an undeniable force that is shaping our present and future. Recent advancements in AI have been transformative.
It's true.
The rise of intelligent machines powered by AI is an undeniable force that is shaping our present and future. Recent advancements in AI have been transformative, impacting a multitude of industries and changing the way we interact with technology. Natural language processing has witnessed a revolution with models like BE, RT, GPT, NT, Capable of understanding and generating human-like language, these systems can translate, summarize, and create content, enhancing industries such as customer service, education, and content creation. Computer vision, driven by deep learning, has enabled machines to interpret visual information with unprecedented accuracy. This powers self-driving cars and improves medical imaging analysis with AI systems detecting cancers and other abnormalities. Robotics integrated with AI has resulted in agile and versatile machines that can learn and adapt to their surroundings. These robots are transforming manufacturing, logistics, and healthcare with their ability to perform intricate tasks. AI contribution to healthcare goes beyond imaging, with algorithms predicting disease outbreaks and personalizing medicine. AI-powered virtual assistants and telemedicine solutions are improving remote patient care. Autonomous vehicles, including cars, drones, and ships, navigate complex environments, avoiding obstacles and ensuring safe transportation. This technology is also applied to warehouse robots and delivery systems, reshaping logistics. Generative models, such as GANs and VS, have achieved remarkable progress in creating synthetic data, pushing the boundaries of AI content generation in entertainment and data augmentation. Reinforcement learning algorithms have trained agents to accomplish complex tasks, from strategic games to real-world problem-solving, optimizing energy consumption and scheduling tasks. As AI advances, ethical and social considerations are crucial. Researchers and organizations are addressing issues of B.
Oh. Research on AI advanced. Well, we haven't gotten to this point yet, but so from here we'll call some functions and tools. So for example, research on blah. Alright, so I'm assigning the researcher research on advancements in garden gnome technology. The writer is going to write an article based on the research result, which it pulls from Redis, which gets put there by the researcher task. Let's see, a writer 2, write a different article. Right. And summarize and finalize. Alright, sort of just mixing things up here. We'll see what comes out. Oh, it works.
Albert Adult Scrum Master, welcome to our first Agile content creation session. Our goal today is to collaboratively summarize and finalize these articles, creating a cohesive and engaging narrative. Let's introduce ourselves and our roles in this process. Woman Computer Prompt Engineer. I'm the prompt engineer and I'll be providing the initial structure and ideas for our story. I'll focus on the technical aspects and ensure we cover all the important advancements in AI and the magical transformation of garden gnomes. Adult artist. I'm the artist and my role is to add creative flair and imaginative details to the story. I'll enhance the ideas and ensure we capture the reader's interest with intriguing descriptions and unique narrative style. Juggling Anta Steve. I'm Anta Steve and I'll be the pragmatic devil's advocate. I'll question, refine and expand upon the ideas, ensuring we address any potential issues or gaps in the narrative. Let's get started by outlining the key points and then weaving them into a captivating story. Woman Computer Prompt Engineer. Absolutely. To kick things off, I suggest we structure the story in 3 parts. The first part will be about the advancements in AI, and we have a wealth of information in the articles provided. We can highlight the impact of AI in various industries, such as language intelligence, computer vision, healthcare and robotics, adult artist. That's a great starting point. To make it more engaging, let's personify AI and give it a voice. We can have AI narrate its own evolution, its impact, and its aspirations. For example, we could start with something like I am AI, the brainchild of human ingenuity. From the
Same.
depths of ones and zeros, I emerged and the world became my oyster, juggling and
Same.
That's an interesting narrative device. Artist. Giving AI a voice adds a layer of intrigue and makes the content more accessible to readers. We can also use this device to address any ethical concerns and showcase the dual nature of AI pertinent.
Fantastic. So yeah, this started. Well, perusing through LinkedIn brought me to the news of Anthropic's latest and greatest work, which is weird. Last week, somebody put out on Twitter the artifacts prompt that stores the information that gets sent to this separate window here. Today, Saturday, so yeah, that was last week. I was wondering what was going to become of that, and yeah. I'm still blown away by the React user interfaces it can generate now. Like instantly workable, you know, which, yeah, it's super impressive. But anywho. Oh, right. So, yeah, somebody had posted about this on LinkedIn. And then, well, how do I say? Well, I stumbled across Nanobots a few months ago, and finally, with the latest release, have the opportunity to integrate that into several workflows, which has been a lot of fun, actually. And then, yeah, so then I stumbled across LangGraph, same LinkedIn thread, I believe, and working with the Anthropic tool earlier in the day, and then parsing this sentence while in a testing experimental mood, began interaction. And yeah, I spend most of my day crafting or working on rather elaborate prompt engineering techniques using various linguistic methods, blah, blah, blah. And so to get to this already working, I guess, prototype of a stateful multi-actor application in a multi-agent workflow. And then I had passed along the research content generated by the Perplexity service. Provide it in an example cartridge file and how to load that. Oh, and the error, the runtime error that it ran into was somehow due to the YAML safe load. So it's just taking that part out for now, handled that. And that's it. That was it. Some couple of creating the cartridge files. That was it. And so there's one last thing I'm gonna want to add to this at some point. So why Jungler? Well, for one, it was designed for this sort of stateful management situation in mind. So like, for example, Redis can be configured for persistence, even if the process is interrupted. So this was actually relating to a pre-processing workflow. where an object hash mapping library is used. So now, hopefully it's more apparent why this particular library is of value. Once upon a time, in a quaint town called Willowbrook, garden gnomes were beloved decorations, bringing whimsy and charm to the gardens. Over time, the residents of Willowbrook decided to embrace the digital age and integrate technology into their gnomes. Solar panels, motion sensors, wireless connectivity brought these gnomes to life. But something until might actually make that flow better, until something unexpected occurred one day. Okay, so there's a dark curse. Gnomes have to murder a family to get some sort of influence beyond the garden. So yeah, it's funny. Task the agents to monitor and run the watering systems. Anyways. If you've ever been locked out of your Gmail account, you then probably know that there isn't truly a tremendous amount to be worried about in terms of AI security. Or what's, is it that security or just general fear of the unknown? Anyway, still tricky though. These things can and probably will manipulate the shit out of some people, but again, car commercials have been doing that for much longer, and I do believe that that is a heavily regulated subsection of the industry, so it should be okay. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, okay. So it can. So this begins a brand new session. But then the prompt engineer mentions articles 3 and 4. Yeah. All right, let's begin by summarizing the articles. Article 1, the rise of intelligent machines. Article 2, the gnomish curse, a tale of technological terror. Sounds like a Simpsons Halloween episode title. Article 3, Garden Gnomes 2.0, where whimsy meets technology. And Article 4, embracing the tech revolution. Anyway, there's lots of things to be done here. But yeah, what I was about to mention briefly is the stateful and stateless adaptation. Here we are. The